It's overtime, Mary.
Shoot! Yeah! Wow! Let's go! Nick Davis! Nick Davis! Let's go! Wow! Overtime! Yeah! Fuck you, America! Fuck you, Trump!
You know, one of the great joys about running the MeidasTouch network has been the relationships that we've built with our Canadian colleagues. And it was great to see Canadians celebrate a big victory in the Four Nations hockey championship where Canada beat the United States. And it's a weird thing for me as an American to watch that video of Canadians celebrate beating the United States, but to appreciate the national pride that they have in Canada, standing up to a bully, standing up to Donald Trump, and standing up to what the United States of America has become under Donald Trump, as Donald Trump continues to threaten Canada over and over again with annexation the way Putin does with his neighbors. You know, it was great to see, you know, an underdog nation or a nation that has been so bullied and brutalized by Donald Trump stand up and feel this sense of real, authentic love of country. And to see Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who just months ago was pretty unpopular, now rally the nation, rally the Liberal Party, build this coalition, pass the baton on to likely Mark Carney, who will likely be the next prime minister if things can hold, and to stand up and resist what America has become. And I say this as an American, you know, when I do these interviews with Canadian politicians, the friendships I've built with people like Charlie Angus, it warms my heart to see this. This is Prime Minister Justin Trudeau celebrating the moment Canada won the Four Nations face-off ice hockey tournament against the United States. Let's play it.
We look forward to the United States beating our soon-to-be 51st state, Canada. I think he's watching for the United States to win tonight. I know he talked to the USA hockey team this morning. He talked to the players after their morning practice around 10 o'clock. And I also spoke to some folks from that team after. They were jubilant over President Trump's comments to the team. I believe they're going to put out a video of that call. So he looks forward to watching the game tonight, and we look forward to the United States beating our soon-to-be 51st state, Canada.
And then to see in Canada the way they were all singing the Canadian anthem together, standing shoulder to shoulder, the way Canada has stood up in history in the face of authoritarians and tyrants. Now, I know Donald Trump doesn't read history at all, but you go back and read the history of when Canada gets provoked, Canada makes sure they go over the rails and they fight authoritarians, and they've won over and over again. Here, this is Prime Minister Trudeau in the crowd of a prior game in this tournament when the Canadian national anthem was played. Let me show it to you. And so now, after Canada beat the United States in that hockey tournament this past week, after Donald Trump and his press secretary, they tried to get involved and they tried to make it about themselves, right? The same way Donald Trump tried to make the Super Bowl about himself, and Trump said that he was supporting the Kansas City Chiefs and they had the absolute worst Super Bowl imaginable. Donald Trump then got involved and said that he was there with the United States team, and then everything Trump touches dies. Now we're just seeing Canadians out there like this. As we wrote on the MeidasTouch Network, Canadians are now referring to the United States as the 11th province. As Trisha from Canada writes, of course we did. Our 11th province needs to step their hockey game up. We see memes like this and photographs like this throughout Canada. Welcome to the USA, Canada's 11th province. Or this Kendrick Lamar photo of Kendrick Lamar looking at the camera and basically, hey, Drake, basically, hey, Donald, take a look at me in this Canadian jersey. Memes like this as well. And let me just share with this with you as well. You know, here's a video, and this was done by our friends at The Recount. And here they asked Canadians about Donald Trump saying that he wants to annex Canada. And they just went up to people in Canada and said, what do you think about that? And Canadians are like, wow, what the hell? This is from recent. Play this clip.
Canadians have a message for Trump.
No, never. Sorry. Trump should think maybe about becoming one of our provinces.
Who picks a fight with Canada? We love everybody, so it's kind of weird.
It would be ludicrous and hilarious if it was John Goodman saying it in a movie.
I mean, I think it's pretty dumb on America's part, but I feel like it's kind of stupid to like exile your number one alliance.
It's not going to happen. I mean, why would a country give up their sovereignty to join another country, really? And as a state, not even equal partnership? I mean, come on.
Canada were friends with the Americans, and now we're all being very cautious.
Canadians would never agree to even consider that concept.
It's not going to happen. No, I personally, I'd leave before it happened.
I think it's really dumb, to be honest. I don't understand why that's even like a question.
I think it's a joke, and I think it's unfortunate. There's always been a good relationship, so I find it unnecessary.
But we aren't going to go with you ever, ever, ever.
The show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, we often hear about the red flags that we should avoid, but what if we focus more on looking for green flags in friends and partners? If you're not sure what they look like, therapy can help you identify green flags, actively practice them in your relationships, and embody the green flag energy yourself. Whether you're dating, married, building a friendship, or just working on yourself, it's time to form relationships that love you back. Now, I've personally benefited from therapy in my own life. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. And it's not just for those who have experienced major trauma. Therapy is for everyone. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Now, access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties, and easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Meidas today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Meidas.
You know, and to just see what the United States has become, it's very tough for me as an American here, you know, to live in an authoritarian regime, to be here with this microphone, with this platform, knowing that America is now a dictatorship. That's a strange concept. We're past the stage of constitutional crisis here. We're in the stage where there's an authoritarian regime. And the question is, will the people rise up? Will the people peacefully march and take to the streets and stand up against this? We see those protests growing. I've predicted in the spring and summer, you'll have a spring or summer of democracy here coming soon as Donald Trump's crashing everything. Our economies are crashing right now. The stock market crashed. Inflation is rising. And some of the economic effects, all of the economic effects of Trump's reckless stuff really hasn't even kicked in yet. That was supposed to kick in later. It's already kicking in right now. And then you just see stuff like this, like Donald Trump fired our top general here via social media post. I mean, how cowardly and dastardly. Didn't even tell the guy, just posted that I want to thank General Charles C.Q. Brown for his over 40 years of service to our country. And then just says that he's getting rid of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Now, General Charles C.Q. Brown, very serious general. He was the top of the Air Force. Donald Trump actually appointed him to be the top of the Air Force, received overwhelming support in the Senate. Then he became the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, overwhelming support. I mean, this guy had a legendary career and now getting pushed out by a former Fox News host, Pete Hegseth, who runs the Defense Department, who is too chicken shit to do it himself. Donald Trump was also too chicken shit to do it himself via like bringing him in so he posts about it on social media. I mean, it's just so utterly pathetic. Oh, and then we get guys like Kash Patel in to be the head of our FBI. And as he gets sworn in, he's like, oh man, this is effing crazy. Can you believe it? I'm the FBI director, everybody. It's effing. You don't believe me? Here, watch this.
Thank you for entrusting me, Pam. Oh man, this is effing crazy.
So all of that's going on. I mean, you have, about 27 to 30% of Canadians now view America as an enemy state, as literally the enemy. Only 30% of Canadians right now still view the United States of America as an ally. So 70% don't view America as an ally. 30% of Canadians view America as an enemy, and I'm surprised, frankly, it's not more, but only 30% see America as an ally. And with Donald Trump making statements like this, it's no wonder. Here's Donald Trump again. This was right around when the hockey game was about to take place. And Donald Trump again calls Prime Minister Trudeau a governor and keeps talking about Canada as the 51st state. Play the clip.
Etc. And they get 95% of their product from the United States. I think they have to become the 51st state. And you heard the people booing the national anthem, but I think ultimately they'll be praising the national anthem. We'll have to work out some deal with it, because I do like the "O Canada," right? It's a beautiful thing. I think we're going to have to keep it for the 51st state. I call him Governor Trudeau. I said, Governor Trudeau's doing a wonderful job. I think it's actually cost him his election, if you want to know the truth. But we're gonna see about that. We're looking at Greenland, and we have to take back the Panama Canal, because that wasn't the deal. We gave the Panama Canal to
Donald Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, goes up every day. They're not joking. This isn't a funny joke. Like, they really want to annex Canada, and Prime Minister Trudeau said as much as well. No, they're being serious about this. Play this clip.
He looks forward to watching the game tonight, and we look forward to the United States beating our soon-to-be 51st state, Canada.
But Prime Minister Trudeau's been standing up for Canada and Canadians. I think he's done an excellent job, and he's basically become a wartime president. Here's Prime Minister Trudeau saying there's not a snowball's chance in hell Canada will become the 51st state. Let's play it.
I've said unequivocally from the beginning, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that Canada will ever be the 51st state.
Here's Prime Minister Trudeau again. Let's play it.
You previously said that it's a real thing that Trump wants to annex Canada. How serious or urgent would you classify that threat?
Let's be very clear. Conversations around a 51st state are a non-starter. It's never going to happen. But we have to take seriously what the president is saying and fold that into our thinking as we continue to stand up for Canada.
Here, Prime Minister Trudeau saying how just perplexed Canadians even are that, like, our closest friend would do this to us. Play this clip.
I think Canadians are a little perplexed as to why our closest friends and neighbors are choosing to target us instead of so many other challenging parts of the world. I don't think there's a lot of Americans who wake up in the morning saying, oh, damn Canada. Oh, we should really go after Canada.
And then this is when Prime Minister Trudeau said, okay, you tariff us, we tariff you. Play this clip.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Ce soir, j'annonce la réplique du Canada.
And then seeing, the news last night as well that Reuters broke, the U.S. as part of U.S.'s desire to seize the rare earth minerals from Ukraine and to seize their natural resources. The United States of America is now threatening to cut off the internet of Ukraine because Starlink provides internet to Ukraine. So that's part of the way America's now extorting Ukraine. We're turning off your internet. It is shameful. And I know we speak to a large international audience here. And, I say this, I don't know what's going to happen to us here in the pro-democracy community. I know that we can't run from this. I know that right now in this moment in history, we've been able to grow this platform on the MeidasTouch network, and it's our turn in history to meet this moment, and we need to stand up. We live in an authoritarian regime. There may come a time where they throw us in prison. There may come a time where they try to kill us. There may come a time where they come after us. I fully expect that that's a possibility based on where they're going. But I want everybody to know that we're not scared. We're not going to back down. And I want to do videos like this where I let the people in Canada know, let our friends in Europe know, let our friends in Australia, let our friends know in Africa, let our friends know in South America, in New Zealand, Australia, everywhere, that there are more Americans than Trump that are pro-democracy than Trumpers right now. Okay. People are pissed and livid. It is a pressure cooker here in the United States because of Trump's actions, and Americans are ready to explode. It's gotten very bad very quickly here, and we're going to meet the moment. We're going to resist. Okay. We're going to continue to grow the protests that you're seeing, and we're going to stand up to this, and we're going to meet the moment in history. We're not going to let this authoritarian, define the future. He's already an authoritarian. We're not going to let him define the future of what America is going to be for my daughter and her daughter. And I want these videos, regardless of what happens to us, to be a living testament of what we're going to do here in this moment in history. So we're in this together. Let's fight together, okay? Make sure you hit subscribe, and let's get to 5 million subscribers.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.meidastouch.com. All 100% USA union made.